Start streaming now. All right, hello everybody. I think we're up. Are we up?
Oh,
yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah, that grim visage.
Why?
The start of another Dragon Age that day. Never figure out how much a vampire's kiss was made like that on purpose and how much wasn't.
You know, that's a mystery we'll never solve fully.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, what is the nature of Nick Cage? Okay, this game definitely sounds too loud to me. Oh no, now it's quiet. I think it was just the opening cutscene there. I can't see the messages. Is anybody actually watching this?
Yeah, there's people here. Nobody's commented yet, but we definitely got the viewers.
They just they don't want to. They're shy.
Jimmy, Nick Cage doesn't have a K in it. It's just N-I-C Cage.
I got.
Oh.
Wilson Phillips.
I should go.
That's not right.
Do not disturb on Discord so nobody annoys me with messages.
The folk song. Here it is.
Folk song?
It's. Oh no, it's Marky Mark. No, I'm not gonna. Oh God, Marky Mark. Oh.
What just happened? What just occurred?
I feel like I missed something.
You were singing Good Vibrations, and I was like, "What's that song?" And then I looked it up, and it was Marky Mark, and I have issue with him, and so I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, no, he fucking sucks. I did not realize that was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch.
Apparently, Marky Mark. It's Marky Mark.
That's like a jump scare that just happened.
Yes. Oh, hi, Eerie.
Is Eerie going to join us? Become the fourth commentator? Why doesn't Chris ever hang out with us for these? We gotta bully him into coming.
No. Last time I tried to bully him, you guys made me feel bad about it.
We did? When was
bully
this?
Him again.
So we bully Chris all the time.
No, that's not true. I just disbelieve.
Bretzkarn told me that I was being a bully. That's what he said.
Are you sure that wasn't meant affectionately?
Exact words I used.
I don't think there's any affection
how I phrased it.
ever from Bretzkarn.
I'm like a cold Victorian papa.
Allow me. I could do that.
He's just waiting for me to be old enough to work in the coal mines.
Conundrum says, tired of Patreon nominations falling one short. I nominate Dungeons & Dragons Chronicles Mystar 4-player co-op. I don't even remember off the top of my head.
What is that?
What, console that was?
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Okay, Chronicle Mystar. Wow, that was the Wii U title. Man,
don't say 4-player. That means I have to show up.
And he named it for my sister.
Okay, it's like I see. It's like one of the Double Dragon type dealies. So that's an interesting approach to the Dungeons and Dragons intellectual property.
Trinkets my father bought her with his hard-earned money.
Sorry, I was engrossed in this dialogue about why the inn is named the Spoiled Princess. What is it? What is this dragon? This Dungeons and Dragons?
I don't know.
One of the users is suggesting basically a co-op Capcom arcade game.
Right.
Coming up here. I suck at beat 'em ups, and
me too.
It's a beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up. I actually was vaguely aware of it.
Man.
I saw it in an arcade machine once, and I was attracted by the Dungeons and Dragons intellectual property. Or no, actually, it might not have been this. I might be confusing with another game I saw. But I was attracted by the fantasy type thing.
The only genre that's worse for Dungeons and Dragons than beat 'em up is a kart game, like a racing kart game.
Oh my God, why isn't there one?
I know.
Okay, shut up, everybody. I'm trying to think of how you would make a kart game in Dungeons and Dragons that would make any sense whatsoever.
You could with Warhammer is the thing. Warhammer is built for a kart game.
Yeah.
That's what that I don't know why they haven't already done it. They'd make so much dollar cash.
Yeah, just like Orc Speed Freak Speedway 40K. Get on it.
Oh man. You like paint flames on it and it goes faster. Come
okay,
on.
Eberron. Okay, Tinker Gnomes. It's like Dragonlance, I think, has this deal where there's these gnomes that basically dedicate themselves to making buck-ass wild shit and blowing themselves up in the process.
Yeah, my people.
So, like, the Tinker Gnome, like, some dwarves stumble across, like, a strange underground cavern that makes these weird noises, and it turns out that it's an underground, like, Tinker Gnome Speedway. In exchange for keeping it quiet, the dwarves basically demand, like, by honor, that they be allowed to race for the rights to mining rights in that stretch. If they lose, the gnomes lose the speedway. So that's the campaign mode. And you could pick your racers because like both the gnomes and the dwarves went, and they like brought in a bunch of ringers. Like,
yeah.
Like they got this weird elf, like blind elf that like is attuned to nature or something. You got like a druid that's just like a bear that's sitting behind the wheel because they never.
Oh yeah. Yep.
This armor isn't. very
Extra
much
points
worse.
if they reference that one indie game where you're a bear driving a car. You ever play that?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's an indie game where you play a bear driving a car, and it's fucking amazing.
That does sound amazing. I would be in as long as I could. Okay, and since it's my fictional game, I can obviously do this. I'm definitely putting in a halfling who has like tobacco rolled up his shirt sleeve, who's just Rapid Roy from the Jim Croce song.
Wow. But you're a special kind of nerd, Redsguard. You've got your own thing going.
Oh yeah, no, I stand alone in terms of standing.
You just come up with things I wouldn't. I feel like I like to think
Wait, you
that
have
I'm
an
kind of
injury?
like random in the things that I like, but no.
I've had this conversation before. When I lived with Common years ago. It's Wolfnord for anybody who watched the old anti-paladin charity streams back in the day. One time I was driving him somewhere, and like he'd sort of only heard the shit I listened to while I was playing Mountain Blade with Fire and Sword at the time, which was like metal and like sort of like hardcore hip hop stuff.
Bad music.
Bad music. Then he gets in and he just like turns on the stereo, and the first thing that comes on is Liverpool Lou by the Irish Rovers.
Oh my god, you're so weird.
He just kind of stared at me as we made our way to our destination.
Welcome back to the Spoiled Princess.
I thought I was weird and random.
Gosh,
Man, I gotta
what
step
would
up
you
my
like?
game. Oh wow.
I'd like a drink. Here's a bunch of daggers. We don't care about bolts because nobody's going to use crossbows. We need to get, damn, we need to get Liliana up to 34 dexterity to get this, to start using this sword, Yeah, use this sword. This sword that shoots arrows.
Call this junk. I call it treasures. You know, from that popular video game?
God damn.
You know that one?
For some reason, saying lines from Elder Scrolls games never doesn't crack me up.
Well, we had to go to that guy over and over again because of the fucking, you know, he was the store guy that we would do it in Whiterun, and there was that bug where if you murdered him and then reloaded the save, his money would come back. So I just kept doing that over and over again. So we kept hearing that thing, and then him just like grunting as I impaled him on a sword.
God.
Oh,
Did you guys?
that's not what I
Did
wanted.
you guys see the Bacon Underscore's back?
Huh?
Bacon Underscore dropped a new video today.
The what?
Josh, you linked me like Bacon Underscore videos like a dozen times. It's like
Oh, bacon underscore. I couldn't hear what you were saying. I was like, what is
He's
this?
so fast. He was so excited.
Yeah.
So those of you who aren't aware, Bacon Underscore is a YouTube channel, which all of you should check out immediately. Which it's just like
Immediately. Do it later. You're watching a stream.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
no,
enough.
stop
Yeah,
watching
people
our
like
stream.
assholes.
Go away.
Don't stop watching the
Besides,
stream,
strict orders not to let
motherfuckers.
anyone
Go
Yeah,
watch
but-
Chris's videos instead.
But like, it's like 15 to 60-second videos with no commentary.
Oh, you're a Grey Warden,
just
are
like
you?
taken from.
Prove
Apparently,
it.
this person just plays Elder Scrolls games and Bethesda games
Yes. Oh, a Grey Warden
nonstop,
seal.
24/7.
Aha. So
Is
you're
recording
claiming
the
to be one of
entire
those.
time, and just
You know,
like
I
has
have
these
documents too.
amazing
They
out of
say I'm the
context
Queen
bits.
of Antiva.
The
What
point
do you
where
think
like
of that?
I once sat watching them with like for over an hour, or maybe like at least an hour with someone who never played any of them before.
Wow.
It's just like
Come on,
okay, I don't want
let's see
to
some
spoil
righteous
today's
Grey
ones, but
Warden.
like
Yeah, please don't. I've never heard of this before, so.
I'll link you the channel after this if you remind me. But it's just absolutely wild shit.
No, that's good, I suppose. Wouldn't want darkspawn smeared across the landscape. I hear their blood
Oh my
is
god,
black.
he's so
Is that
gross.
true?
We get
You'd
it.
know if you were a
Oh,
Grey Warden.
I
Can we
hate
kill
him
this guy and
so-
take the boat?
Can we murder him, please?
I can't tell who this dude is because he's got the same haircut as every other motherfucker in
Is
front
this
of
just
him.
Cullen?
No, this is not Cullen.
Oh, pleasant, eh? Good thing I don't have to kill them then. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on
The
your way
Darkspawns
right
have
now,
alien
go.
blood. I guess I forgot about that.
Don't drink it. If you drink it, it'll kill you.
Is that bad?
Oh, yeah, that was
Wow,
amazing.
this guy just folded like a house of
Trying to do my
cards.
job. I'll take you right now, just like you wanted. Come along, I suppose.
Chet says I actually thought that was Alistair in Templar armor. Yeah, we decided to
Literally
LARP.
thought it was Alistair.
Alistair decided to
Like, oh,
play
this
a
guy is so gross.
prank.
I'm like, did I forget some important things about
No.
Alistair?
How did Templars use that boat? They'd sink.
And I want two
Have you
safe
seen their armor? They would
doors at all
fucking
times.
sink.
Do not open the door.
Hasn't
Thank
anyone
you for-
watched Muppets Treasure Island before? You put a bunch of metal into a robot and
Doors are
fucking
barred.
sinks.
Are they
Put a
critical
bunch of
out
metal robot.
or in?
Now we wait and pray.
Oh no, something's happened to the Mage's Tower.
Is this our old home?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Gregor, good to see you again.
Well, look who's back.
Whoops.
A proper Grey Warden now, are we? Glad you're not dead.
I guess that's about the highest praise we'll ever get from Gregor is glad you're not dead. Oh, are you truly glad I'm not dead?
Perhaps. Now we're dealing with a situation that doesn't involve you, Grey Warden. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control.
Well, that seems like a problem for the
Abominations
Templars.
and demons stalk the tower's halls. We were too complacent. First Jowan, now this. Don't think I've forgotten your role in Jowan.
Hey, now, we were totally narking on Jowan the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should be given
You
credit for
can't
being a
still
really
be annoyed
shitty
by
accomplice.
that. Do 4. You can't still be annoyed by
A
that.
rogue blood mage is not an annoyance. Do you not realize the damage you might have already
Over it,
caused?
jeez.
I can only hope that
Murder
someday
this
Jowan
man.
gets what he deserves.
Murder him.
Right now, I have other.
I don't know if we
Jimmy
can.
said like their armor is like Stormtrooper armor. It's really just thin plastic, but
We don't
to
know.
be real,
We
that's what it
saw
looks
only
like.
demons.
Yeah, it
Hunting
does.
Templars
It looks
and
like there's
mages
like
alike.
padding
I
underneath it.
realized we could not defeat
Yeah.
them and told my men.
I mean, there
They
should
really
be.
look like cosplayers. They look like they're cosplaying.
I have sent word to Denver.
Even the scratches kind of look like it just got kind of scuffed up and creased from like
Yeah.
their kid brother using it to play hockey in.
The mages are probably already dead.
So the right of annulment
Any
is
abominations remaining in there must be dealt
the-
with, no matter what.
authority from the Chantry to just go in and kill the entire circle.
Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
I'm not going to ask what is the right of annulment, because as a mage, we should know that.
Should know lots of things.
If any are still alive, the Maker himself has shielded them. No
You
one
can't
could have
kill all the
survived those
mages, because if
monstrous
you kill all the
creatures.
mages, my
It is too
favorite
painful
old
to
lady
hope for
will die.
survivors and find
We have to have her.
Wait, no, she's not here, is she?
I thought.
Or
I
no,
thought it
she
was
is here, isn't
contingent.
she? Yeah, I think this
I
is
think
where
it
we
was
meet her.
contingent. Yeah. I love her. Wynn?
Only the Grand
Is her name
Cleric
just
can
Wynn?
Yeah, it's like
authorize the annulment of
WYNN, or
We
maybe there's an
must
E on the end of it. We've met her actually.
enter the tower now.
She gets a little cameo with the
Cannot
mages at
order
the
my men
camp
to their deaths.
before the
She's got a
battle.
hot bod.
Win hard body.
Inram must have
Last
received that
name.
message. It cannot be much longer. I too would like to know how this started.
I like how like the tower is on fire. How about yours? And the Templars are like, I don't care. Let's have a conversation about it. Well,
Hey,
no.
by the way, if I help you do this, will you join my army that I've not mentioned before now?
You must face
What
and slaughter
army?
the abominations
What
to get to
army?
the bottom of this.
You didn't even
What
ask.
army?
Are you sure you can handle them?
No, I'm not kidding. Like what? Do they mean the Grey Wardens?
I think that, yeah, like join the Grey Wardens for the fight against the Darkspawn. We're kind of going around and
to take the ritual.
we're gonna. Well, no, we're trying to use these treaties that we got from Morgan
Then you're
and
just gonna be for
Flemeth.
Darkspawn. Don't
Well, I
let normal
mean,
people fight Darkspawn.
I mean that was the plan before.
It fucked up real
Like
bad.
we only had like 3.5 Grey Wardens.
yeah, but like have some people also be Grey Wardens.
It's been a long
I mean,
time
the
since
other
it's been the
problem.
case,
The other problem is we don't know how to do that because Alistair's the only other Grey Warden
Literally?
that survived,
No,
and he doesn't know.
literally, cut open a Darkspawn and suck the blood.
I
That's
don't
all
think
it
that's
is.
what.
That's the whole
See,
ritual.
that happens to the dwarves, and they don't turn into Grey Wardens.
Some of them are, I thought.
Some of
like-
them do become some, but like they also fight the Darkspawn themselves. Because remember, the Darkspawn have overrun all the dwarven cities.
I remember, Josh. I remember. But the people that they send in there, I don't know. Maybe like
Arrogant
Grey Wardens
things
is just
about
like
you
a
like some
surface
fell cloud,
people
If you
tradition.
succeed, I would owe
And
you
dwarves
much,
are like,
enough
we've
that I
been
would
fighting
take
this
Yeah.
shit forever. We're doing it our way. Maybe
Without
that's just
word
how it
from
is.
Denerim,
Because
I must
their
determine
band
our
of
course.
people who go after the Darkspawn,
Surely
they don't
destroying
come out.
Darkspawn
They're like
they
the
live there. now.
Ash Warriors or something.
Yeah.
when you guys were arguing about whether or
A word
not
of
like
caution.
the plan that is the
Once you
central
cross that
thesis of this
threshold,
entire game
there
makes
is
any
no
sense,
turning back.
I just had kind of like a
The great
flashback
doors
to
must
high
remain
school when I
barred.
was running Dungeons
I
and
will
Dragons
open
games for
them
the first
for no
time.
one
I would
until
like
I
for the
have
first
proved
time
that
be
it is
dealing with
safe.
groups of
I
players
will only
arguing
believe it
about
is
whether
over
the
if the
premise of
first
the story
enchanter
made
stands
sense
before me
in a
and
way
tells
that
me
was
to
mostly
go.
just like, what should we do?
Irving has fallen,
Oh no.
and the
Okay,
sword
Chad is-
I don't-
must
yeah.
be destroyed.
Chad is telling me
Andraste,
that
lend
there
you her
is magic
courage.
involved. You can't just
Whatever you decide.
suck on some Darkspawn blood.
The one
My
wonders
God,
how
okay,
people figured it out in the first place. Was it just like, let's cast some random spells and drink
The
this
same
until
way people
cool stuff
realize you can
happens?
eat tomatoes. No, the same way that you know that you can eat basil. It's just some idiot who put it in his mouth.
Right, because tomatoes were thought to be poisonous for a long time
Yes.
after the Europeans discovered them anyway.
That's absolutely right. And there is one idiot who was like, I'm putting this in my mouth.
We're running low on
No one
supplies,
can
and
stop
I don't know
me.
how much longer we'll last.
That's how we learned that you become a super gray spot if you suck a dark spot. Wait, hey, what's going on?
We need the abominations and demons out of this place.
Wait,
and that's
is
the
this
thing.
guy a
If you have
Templar?
anything to trade, that would be helpful too.
He's not wearing
he's-
Templar armor.
He's
This
rocking
guy
the
is just
two
a
swords,
regular
bro.
ass mercenary. He's
So
just
thi-
a
So this is
regular
now
mercenary.
that we're finally here, we can now buy infinite lyrium dust, which means we can make infinite lyrium potions, which is good. So we're gonna do that. How much? Yeah, we'll take 40 of them. He also has one of those skill tomes that we'll want to get at some point, but herbalism. Do it.
Oh, he's the Seeker. That is a plot twist. Love that. Did they even talk about Seekers yet in the first Dragon Age?
I don't. Wait, what are seekers? I forget.
Seeker is what Cassandra is.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
basically
no,
yeah.
I don't think that's part of the lore yet. Or maybe it is, but it's not
Still
really
need the
mentioned.
explanation.
Oh,
Marbles.
thank you.
Oh,
Matist says that it does not come up yet, only in Dragon Age 2.
So what is a seeker?
A Seeker is someone who works for the Chantry,
As I recall,
and
shutting
they do
the door
like
and throwing
they
away the
do
key
secret
was
stuff,
definitely the
like
Templar
stuff
plan
that you're not
B.
supposed to know about, and they're part of the Chantry. But the really cool thing about the Seekers is that they accidentally invented the Rite of Tranquility, AKA how you stop a mage from thinking good. And they know how to reverse it, they just fucking never told anybody.
So they're the FBI and they learn how to give people lobotomies?
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
And they know how to take the lobotomy out.
That's rough, but they don't.
But they do not. They do not.
I would like to know how much bonus to spell power Spell Wisp is actually giving me. +9? Alright, that's pretty good.
Going.
Yeah, they do have some involvement with the Templars, but I always got the sense that they were like their own deal. Like their own thing, I guess. Like they weren't necessarily just about hunting mages.
They're independent from like the rest of the you know, they're not Templars proper.
And they have their own rituals and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man. This is just as bad as that one party we had.
If the warden joining is truly blood magic, which makes sense, it totally makes sense that some blood mage was like, hey, I can solve this. Just give me some blood from that darkspawn and a tomato, and I will make this work.
It's goddamn blood spaghetti. Blood marinara sauce.
So I follow Cass Marshall on Twitter, and everybody should. They got good tweets. And they... A while ago, I remember them talking about the Rite of Tranquility, and I guess Mumbles can confirm this, but, like, apparently in Dragon Age Inquisition, there's a trial, and one of the sentences to make the guy who's a mage tranquil. So if you're not a mage, you make him tranquil, and then literally every allied mage corners you and is like, what the fuck, Inquisitor? You'd be like, what? What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Explain it's a big deal. So then you have to give a little speech. You're like, hey guys, sorry. I didn't know that making people tranquil was bad.
Unless you are a mage, you know exactly what the Rite of Tranquility is, and you choose to do it anyway. Then everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And as a mage, you can say, like, I think you can say that is the worst thing you can do to a mage, so I'm gonna do it. Basically.
Yeah. It's rough.
So who is a seeker? Like, someone mentioned that someone we just ran into as a seeker, and that's what brought it up.
Oh. Someone said that mercenary guy that we ran into was, like, secretly a seeker.
Oh.
Undercover.
Undercover as a random mercenary that hangs out with the Templars.
Yeah. The merchant. I think you missed. Also, hello, Hux. Thank you for joining us.
Tangent, but like Cass Marshall's responsible for discovering. So like, they're actually the person who got me into Sea of Thieves because they posted about it a lot, and it was kind of like when it went on sale on Steam. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a try. But evidently, they figured out like, so their rule when they played with their crew was like, all right, we're not going to attack other ships, but we want to fight them. So if they attack us, we're going to take them down. And so they had to like learn the most efficient way to goad other ships into taking them down. And Cass discovered like the easiest way to do that is just to like go into the bullhorn and just say hello. Like 100% of the time, they just turn around and attack you. So they're like, yeah, once we actually had a rowboat turn around and come after us.
Oh, so like Seekers, only the head Seeker guy knows that it's a Rite of Tranquility. The other Seekers don't know. They think it's a ritual that they do in order to become a Seeker. Because basically you go through this ritual that clears your mind, quote unquote, and then you snap out of it. And they think that's just like a Seeker thing, but it's actually the Rite of Tranquility. So that's why regular Seekers don't know.
So does it not affect Seekers the same way as it affects mages?
No, it's exactly the same deal. It's they put you in this trance. They like
but they bring you out of it. I see. Okay.
And then you learn how to like get out of it. Yeah, which is weird because there's, as far as I know, there's no Seekers that are mages. So like, wouldn't it be different if you're a magic user? Like, wouldn't it feel differently? Wouldn't the fate affect it differently? I don't know.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, mages can't be seekers. I just feel like if it's the same ritual, it would work differently on people with magic. That's how I would think of it. Yeah.
So where is the spot? Ah! Oh, here's Wynn.
Oh, she's here.
Oh yeah, here she goes. It's a weird lava elemental looking thing, but no, now it's not. It clipped through the floor. She no-clipped it.
Return to the tower. Why did the Templars let you through?
Oh, man.
Are you here to warn us? The Templars have barred the doors. They will only open them if they intend to attack us. Is that what is happening?
She's got like an extremely heavy metal stick strapped to her back because she got back problems. You
Don't
fucking
worry.
get over it.
The rite of annulment has not arrived.
They sent for it then.
It's cool.
They might have. What else could they do? So
Good
Gregor
news.
thinks the circle is
Guys
safe.
aren't nulled.
He probably assumes we are all dead.
We're waiting on
They
the
abandoned us.
Amazon had a delay.
But even trapped as
Yep.
we are, we have survived. If they invoke the right, however, we will not be able to stand against them.
So a lot of these things are like connected to like Loghain going and doing stuff to disrupt other potential power sources. I don't remember if this has anything to do with it though. I think this might just be something else that happened to occur.
Magic, oopsie doopsie.
Oopsie doodle.
Let it suffice to say that we had something of a revolt on our hands, led by a mage named Uldred. When he returned from the battle at Ostagar, he tried to take over the circle. As you can see, it didn't work out as he had planned. I don't know
Suddenly
what became
obsessed
of
with like the
Uldred,
weird
but I am
pauldron thing
certain
and the
all
clothes
this
beat
is
like in the
history.
lady in the background
I
there.
will not lose the circle. To
Yeah, she
one
looks like she's a
man's
Star
pride
Wars
and
character. What's
stupidity.
going on there?
Do the children really have to be part of this conversation?
I
Can one of
erected
the
a
other
barrier
mages
over
like
the
take the
door
kids
leading
away
to
and
the
be
rest
like,
of the
"Hey, are
tower,
you
so
okay?
nothing from
Like,
inside
don't
could
worry." Like, why do the
You
kids
will
have
not
to
be
just sit
able
there and like
enter
listen to the
tower
adults
as long
talk?
as the barrier
It's like
holds.
mouth slightly
I
open,
will disband it
unfocused,
if you join with
clearly
me
thinking
to
about
save the
Fortnite or
circle.
whatever.
Why is that lady glowing?
Butt on fire?
Is her whole butt on fire?
Yes. Even if we cannot
Adults are
eliminate
weird. They
all
got
the
burnt
demons and
butts.
abominations, together we can
So
lead the survivors out.
yeah, that's
Once
the flaming
Gregor sees that we
weapons.
have made the tower safe, I
That's
trust
apparently
he
how they
will tell his
work.
men to back down.
I want to have a
It's not
conversation with the
unreasonable.
people who are like sort of implemented the fashion in this game.
Oh God,
Then
would
our
I
path is
ever?
laid out
I
before
have a
us. We
suspicion.
must save Irving.
I think there's probably a bunch of extremely cool fan art, not
Petra
fan art,
and
like
Canaan
concept
will
art
watch them.
somewhere.
If we slay all the fiends
I have a
we
feeling
encounter
that,
on our
like,
way, none will
There's a
get
bunch
by
of
to threaten the
modelers who could
children.
have made really, really cool looking stuff. I have a feeling that there was kind of a jump that happened between these two teams.
You want us to
And just
assist
somewhere
this
in the middle,
preachy school
These
mistress
did not line up
to
very well.
rescue these pathetic
All of
excuses
the
for
mage
mages.
outfits look like Starfleet,
allow
like if Starfleet
themselves
was
to
in
be
Dungeons and
corralled
Dragons.
like
Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I'm
Mindless.
green.
Now their
That's
masters
my
have chosen death for them.
ship roll.
I say,
Not just like
Let them have
Starfleet,
it.
but like shitty like J.J. Abrams Starfleet.
Yes.
I actually like the costumes in the J.J. Abrams. Well, I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that they have the little Starfleet deltas on them in the first two movies, but like I thought they were pretty good. Better
They
than
look
What about
cozy.
What about the EVA suits in the first Star Trek
I
movie?
honestly don't remember what those look like.
I'm gonna look right now.
To be honest, I just realized that I don't remember almost anything that happened in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek
if
movie.
that was so,
Suits?
why, I am sure I would have thrown myself from the top of this tower
Leonard
years ago.
Nimoy is
I
there.
will allow neither mind nor
Is
body
there?
be subjugated
Vulcan
in such
blows
a
up.
dehumanizing fashion.
Yeah, I remember that because that seemed like way too hard for the first movie.
Yeah.
Oh, remember Wesley's rainbow sweater?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that
want
was
that.
I think that was supposed to be like an official uniform thing where
Oh, that
like
makes sense because you're training.
cuz he's got like all the department colors on
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh.
it. As like, oh, he hasn't chosen his specialization yet or something. Like, I don't know.
I like that sweater. If
probably
I ever
right.
see it, I'm just gonna buy it.
He was a much more tolerable character after he got into a proper uniform.
Yeah, I didn't hate him as much as most people do. I was just like, all right, fine. They got a kid here.
Although his
Probably
last
not the
episode is terrible.
Oh, his last one's so
Oh
bad.
man. And
it's so bad.
okay, is Native American as a way to refer to indigenous Native American people like a new thing? Because they keep because this happens in TNG, DS9, and Voyager, and they're all from like that era in the 90s, and they all refer to them as like American Indians.
I don't
And
know.
like that's super
Okay,
you
so-
would not do that today.
Well, that's the thing, actually. Like, all right, like the politics of like how to refer to a particular or to a general body of like indigenous Americans is like actually really, really individualistic. To the point where there really is not like one like universal solution that like makes everybody happy. I think that American Indian,
that
like
is
for some
made
groups, was
abundantly
actually the
clear.
preferred
Look at
terminology
how
for a
they
while.
live.
I don't know.
Servants of the Chantry.
I don't know.
They lack respect for themselves
I-
and their
we're
own
not
power.
going to resolve
Why
this
should
issue
I
to
respect
anyone's
them?
particular satisfaction or
I would
edification.
I would not say that Star Trek ends up handling anything involving Native American culture or customs in a way that is not like pretty racist.
Star Trek and like racist riffs on other cultures. Name a better combination. I watched the fucking like Irish episode a little while ago.
Morrigan is asking why she should respect the mages who let themselves be caged. How do we feel about that? I don't like any of these answers.
Wait, rephrase it again, Joshua.
Morrigan is asking why she should respect any of the mages who allow themselves to be caged and kept in circles.
Oh.
Well, that's a wild question.
All these answers are bad too. Like the
Yeah.
real answer is I'm afraid of people. I have magical powers. I'm chilling in the tower. That's the real answer.
3 seems
This
like the
is-
most assertive answer.
This is sort of the big
Weird?
question of the next two games, though, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just do 1. It's the most passive. Like,
Of course I
that's the
am
worst
right.
thing about role-playing
Save
games,
her.
especially
Save them
BioWare.
all from this
It's like I don't
half-life.
want any of these options. I don't want any of this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Imagine.
We're gonna have to reload from an autosave.
Open my
Did I do a bad?
Yeah, Wynn doesn't like us.
Your wish, old woman.
Are you serious?
No, let's roll with it.
Working at the party? That fucking sucks.
No, and let's roll with it. That
We're
sounds
gonna.
so fucking
Wynn is
funny.
dead. Like that's it. But Wynn, she's a really
Maybe
useful
she's, like,
character.
Like injured at the end of this. Maybe she's just like injured, and we get to like.
I don't
a
know.
conversation
We
with
can
her.
reload if you want, Josh. But like, how the fuck did this even happen? How
Well,
did this even
she
happen?
was saying we should just like not hang out with. Yeah, no, she's dead. There's some blood.
That's not. Well, that's fine. Well, she's fine. She's just gonna get up afterwards. She'd be like, "Oh, luckily my big mamma jammers absorbed the butt last of that blow."
Oh my god.
Not the first time I've been saved by my binoculars. I tell
Yeah,
you.
I may have like misrepresented exactly what Morrigan was saying there.
Whoa.
Let's hang on. I'm gonna save here. Where is our most recent
Yeah.
autosave?
Okay.
I think it's.
We
is
could
this-
swing that. We could swing that.
Oh
Yes, was there something
no.
else
Okay,
you
so
wanted?
this is yeah. All right, we can go from here real fast. Talk to this dude.
We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Jimmy says, so given that canonically she has a spirit sitting in her head, does that work here? As a DM, I can answer that question. You just quietly crumple up that piece of notepaper and throw it away. Players don't know about it, so it's not real.
We need delirium so we can make all delirium potions.
That's an idea I try to get across, like drill through the heads of like sweet baby fledgling new GMs as much as possible. That I guess like is not as intuitive as sort of feels after this many years, which is like, if the players don't know about it and it hasn't happened at the table, it's not real yet. Please, just like throw it out if you don't need it anymore, or if it's not fun anymore, or if, like, there's not as much value as you think to like having an objective world within your notes that is not responsive to what you want to bring to the table.
Pile of filth.
That's my favorite grunge band.
So I used to think that Morrigan was just like, she's kind of like pointlessly edgy and like super confrontational and mean to everyone. I used to think that was kind of dumb, but consider she's lived her entire life like hanging out with Flemeth, and that's it. Like, she has no idea what the outside world is really like.
She's basically just like a 14-year-old edgelord.
Yeah, she's used to being able to just like speak her mind, and you know, Flemeth maybe gets annoyed, but that's about it.
These people should just die,
Templars
TBH.
have barred the doors. They will only open them if they intend to attack us. Is that what is happening? They sent for it then. I feared they might have. What else could they do? So Gregor thinks the circle is beyond hope.
Flemeth out here violating the Prime Directive as much as he can in search of Darkspawn coffee.
Hell yeah.
Have you gotten to there's coffee in that nebula?
We will not be able to stand against
in Voyager. It's a there's a nebula, and they go investigate it, and she's like, there's coffee in that nebula. Because she can't have coffee because the replicators are being rationed.
I think that's the next step after I finish all of the Columbo. Right now we're a Columbo family.
That's the real thing, the Coffee Nebula.
If anyone could survive this, it would be the first Enchanter Irving. It was he who told me to look after the...
Because you said you'd started to move on to Voyager.
A long story.
Yeah, and then I found Columbo, and now I'm 100% Columbo.
So nothing from
Have you still not watched All Good Things?
You will not be able to.
How could I? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I will dispel it if you join with me.
Have you watched any of the movies yet?
We saw the one where it starts off when they're on a ship, and they're like, Worf, you're gonna be a commander now. And he's like,
yeah, the best TNG movie, Generations. That movie's not a massive mess.
That's the one we saw. I had a good time though. There's a part where Data gets emotions and like I've never related with a character more in my life.
Yes. Even if we cannot eliminate all the demons.
You know, in the original script of that, Soren just shoots Kirk in the back and he's dead, and that's it.
He is not unreasonable.
Oh yeah, no, we had this discussion.
Did we? Yeah, okay,
like,
yeah. Test audiences reacted badly to it, so they're.
And then Kurt's like, I always thought I'd die alone.
Yeah. So they had him fall off a bridge instead.
Under some rubble.
Then our path is laid out before us. We must save Irving.
I'm gonna see if I can ration up some of my last few breaths of energy. See if I can actually make a noise when I go out.
We encounter on
me too.
None will get
Although it'd be kind of awkward.
It's very
if you
important.
make it and you hang out for 2 more seconds and you're like, "Sorry, kids," and then you die.
I would just keep trying to make it as long as I can. So like, blah.
To rescue
Like she's been doing this for 2 hours.
They allow themselves to be corralled like cattle, mindless.
Like you kind of pass out, then you wake up.
And the nurse is like, "Please stop that! Stop!"
You're getting released tomorrow. Stop. I'm like not even gonna die.
So, why, I'm sure I would have flung myself from the top of this tower years ago.
That'd be really embarrassing.
I will allow neither mind nor body be subjugated in such a dehumanizing
One good reason
fashion.
not to do this. I don't know. Maybe we get to go a few more if we really think hard about it.
And that is made abundantly clear. Look at how they live. Servants.
You
of
know,
the
we
Chantry.
could have
They lack
avoided this
respect
if we
for
brought Mumbo
themselves
the
and their
dog.
own power.
Just saying.
Why should
It's
I
true.
respect
Mumbo
them?
don't offend nobody. Nobody's
Mumbo
like,
is just here to have a good time.
you have that
Have it
dog?
your
Let's
way.
kill you.
Petra, Kian, look after the
Mumbo's like,
others.
I'll take care of the
I'll be back soon.
children's.
Wynne, are you sure you're all right? You were so badly hurt earlier. Maybe I should come along.
Lynn, you're so
The
badly
others
hurt
need
earlier,
your
and
protection.
like no one here knows any
I will
healing
be.
magic or
Stay
anything.
here with them. Keep them safe and calm. Your confidence is refreshing.
So who do
It's
we
like,
want to
you're badly
dump?
hurt. It's
Sure,
fine.
it
We've
does
got this
not bind you
poultice.
to your
Oh, I can apply that
weaknesses.
to my drink it.
If
That's
you
what
are
we do
ready,
here. That's what
let
we
us
do
go
in this
end
group.
this.
You want to be one of us? Drink the poultice.
Drink it.
So who do we want to eject in favor of Wynn here?
The other mage?
We could do that. We could do-
Morgans?
Yes.
We could potentially not need Alistair because we have tanking abilities, but Morgan also presents some problems, you know, running around the
Yeah.
mage's tower.
Kick her out. Make her wait outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knocks on the door, goes back in, and just hangs out in the
No.
waiting room next to Gregor, like, so.
Get out of here, witch!
Look after her, will you?
Who?
I want to ask the people who made
I
this,
don't
like,
know if
all right,
she's up
so
to
what's
this,
the purpose of
especially
the?
not after-
So Alistair, he has a shield
I
right
just
now,
worry.
right? Somebody who's making it was like, oh, you know what should go on the back of the shield? Just like an
I was
irregularly
on my
shaped
way
piece
down
of
to the
hide,
library.
at a weird
Screaming.
angle.
And a
At
demon came
some
round the
angle.
corner.
Like, what's the
Its
purpose of the
eyes were
hide? Oh, it
fire
protects
with
it.
evil.
Okay.
I was
Really?
certain
Then
it
why
would
isn't
death
it
come
just like?
upon me.
Why didn't you stretch
I
it
think I
across the
screamed.
shield?
I was
Is
so
it not
afraid.
stretched across the entire
And then
shield?
Wynne was there.
Why does it just
Rude.
look?
Shield.
why
Redscarn,
is it
somebody
in the
made
middle?
that
It was
shield.
light and fire,
Someone
blood
was like,
and
this is my
chaos.
life's work.
When it was over,
Just like staple
demon was
gunning
dead.
a piece of
But
leather
Wynne
to a
wasn't
Feel
shield.
leaving.
proud of this. And Redscarn
I was
comes
so
and makes fun of
afraid she was-
it.
Like a shitty piece of scrap hide.
They're doing their best.
Listen, like I'm not like a
That's
fantasy
what
purist. I'm not saying like everything has to be
She's
functional.
Look, Jimmy in the
I
chat
don't
has
know
one
what I
just
would've
like
done if
it.
she
You're
had
being a
died.
jerk.
No. Like having fabric on it is good. Like it actually does make sense. But like,
Look
why is
after
it
her,
stretched across the
She might
shield?
be
Oh my God.
Why isn't
but
it just like a?
then
Why
again,
is it just like a
maybe she didn't
shitty
come away
like
from
Oh
diaper
my
it
God.
totally unharmed.
somebody threw at it?
Now you're calling the shield a diaper. Real nice.
Thank you.
Real nice,
It-
Redscarn.
And
It
thank
just
you
looks
again
well.
for
LARP shields
helping us.
basically are diapers.
So
And tennis balls.
I just
right?
realized something.
Yeah,
we are
like,
very
yeah,
short.
The structural integrity of a LARP shield is basically like a diaper with a piece of like plywood behind it.
All I know about LARPing is you get to show up with tennis balls and yell fireball and throw the tennis balls
Wait,
at
no.
people's heads.
Yeah, that's exactly what LARPing
There
is.
was a chest.
In place this long.
You know what? One day I actually want to go to a LARP where that kind of stupid shit
But I had to
happens.
stay strong to keep us safe.
I had a
Be
friend that
prepared
did
for anything.
vampire LARPing, and they would all have like this fancy dinner, and then they would pretend the wine is blood, and then they'd have like a mystery game.
Yeah, that's.
That's
It's
too
a
sick.
vampire.
But would they
I'm
mix
not-
the
I
wine
know where
with
that
tomatoes?
Goes. I'm not going there.
Well, where it goes, I mean, yeah, where it goes is weird,
I
like
suppose it would be
extremely
prudent to
awkward
take some time
sexual
to
tension
handle
between
Yeah, no-
people of like uncomfortable, like distant, like
Oh, God.
economic and age groups.
Oh
But
god.
yeah, no, we're not gonna open that can of worms. Listen, when it comes to vampire LARPs, you got two buckets. You got your hit and you got your miss. And the miss bucket is a little bit larger than the miss bucket, the hit bucket.
Can there be a vampire LARP where it's like very like Dracula? Like you just pretend to be Dracula, like blah.
Yeah, but boy, that's not necessarily gonna be any better.
Oh man, what about a LARP where you're all of the Hollywood monster movies, like The Mummy and Dracula,
I'm sure it actually exists.
Swamp Man, and you
I
go
was
and solve
invited-
crime?
I was
believe
invited to a
that's
LARP
where
that was
we
like you
were.
play basically like fairy tale characters,
Alright.
like all showing up to like a summit meeting.
Oh yeah, that's very popular.
Be on
Yeah,
your
I can
guard.
see that.
I had to miss out on that one. I was supposed to be Snow White, but like something came
White?
up the last minute where I couldn't go. Yeah, and apparently it was extremely exhaustingly boring.
Oh no. Trying to think of what fairy tale I would want to be.
I got like I didn't actually pick Snow White. I think there was like I did. There was like 3 options left.
What were your options? Do you remember?
don't. It was like Snow White, like some jabroni
Yeah.
that like wasn't interesting. Like, oh, the good fisherman from A Tale for Children of the 17th Century. I don't know. And then it was like one of the other ladies. I don't remember which one.
I know who I'd want to be. I want to be Bluebeard.
Yeah.
I want to be Bluebeard. I'm Bluebeard.
I'm pretty sure somebody was.
Yeah, no, that's the coolest guy to beat.
Like, haha.
Oh,
am
I forgot.
Misunderstood? Am I actually just like an evil?
I mean, it gives you
autistic
the
serial killer?
opportunity. First of all, you get to show up in a pirate outfit. That's the best, coolest part of the whole thing. Like me and a beard, pirate outfit. Like, come on. Probably a fake pirate or parrot on my shoulder, or a real one. I'm sure I could procure it. And
Just
then,
really, yeah. Bluebeard, the Queen Anne's Revenge. You know, right? Caribbean
Yes.
pirate.
yes, and then you carry around gold doubloons, but they're really just those chocolate
What
gold
we got
coins.
here?
You know what I'm talking about? And you just throw them at people when they like have a problem. Like, oh, I'm having a problem with Humpty Dumpty. He just won't get off my wall. I'd be like, here's some money. It'll solve all your problems.
Oh, whoops.
Don't look
One
in
of the
my
matches-
closet. I'll fucking kill you.
Whoops, one of the matches my beard went out. Better put one in. I put them in every time I don't kill one of my wives.
Oh man, and like your wife isn't there, so you can joke about it with your other fairy tale friends.
The missus, you know.
Sometimes.
And they're just like, get the fuck away from me. Why are you a pirate? He's like, I'm Bluebeard.
Alright. What does your AI say you're going to do? That's this button, right? Oh, wow, you got all these tactics slots. Okay. That's good.
Steenie, that rocks. Just to clarify, I would not harass people at a LARP. I would just throw chocolate at them. And I feel like that's not really harassment. That's like being Willy Wonka. Which is, Willy Wonka is, I mean, but you know.
Stevie Joe shared the anecdote. Had a friend who was getting harassed by a LARPer, so she cast Hold Person, so she asked from her purse. He actually froze the dispel until she promised to leave her alone. I've like heard so many horror stories that I'm just glad this one actually ended with her getting left alone.
And honestly, Steenie, that's a big reason why I'd want to be Bluebeard, because then I get to LARP as this big scary dude with a lot of money, and that's kind of a weird power fantasy for me, and that means guys aren't gonna like hit on me. I'm just gonna be this big scary pirate man who has killed many people, mostly women. Like that's people are gonna stay away from me.
I have a LARP I kind of want to talk about that I went to, and I'm not even sure if it was a good one or not, but I just like want to share some details about it.
Wonderful.
All right, so I'm going to tell you the premise of the LARP, and Mumbles is going to like her soul is going to die more and more like the further along I go with this. So
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna have to talk steadily. So the premise of it is there's no rules like or anything in terms of like mechanics, but just like the military of a like oppressive regime and that's going through serious famine. Everybody's super fucking hungry, and one of your members had like two of the most popular people in your like regiment have just been accused of stealing food. You know they didn't do it because you were with them, but you also know that it's like some trial, and if you defend them, you could get fucked as well because it's like the people stealing the food are actually the higher ups. It's not fun, no. Not remotely. So that's the first thing I need to tell you.
Okay.
The second thing I need to tell you is that everybody's names were like Private Rat, Private Badger, like Corporal Monkey.
Wait, like animals?
We all had, we all had animal personalities.
I hate it. I hate
And
that.
we were like, wait, are we actually animals, or is it just like we each have animal personalities? And they're like, oh.
Did the person who come up with this like play Metal Gear and go, okay, cool, but what if Ocelot did the meow thing more? Like he already does it, but what if he did it like way more, like all the time? Like is that it?
Probably. I mean, this game is extremely Scandinavian, so.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know. But the big thing that happened at the end is that like like we're all brought in one by one. So the whole thing is like we're arguing with each other in private over how we're going to testify, because like end of it is like, oh, we're each gonna be taken to a room and asked to give our testimony about our version of events, what happened, to either the people who did it or the people who are complicit in doing it. And we have to like decide, are we gonna like keep our story straight? What are we gonna do? Because like if anybody goes against the narrative, it's gonna go poorly, right? And like if you stick out, like you could be fucked. So yeah, it's this very emotional experience. And what we learned is that like at the end we actually do the thing where like we all go in and then we find out what the result was. And what we learned is that the original version of that LARP doesn't even have that ending. It's basically you just argue about whether you're gonna betray these guys or not for like 2 hours, and then it's over.
Did you know the premise of this LARP before you played it?
Actually didn't know.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's forgivable. I feel like if someone was like, this is what the deal is, like you're gonna just argue about food rations and feel sad, and then also sometimes you gotta make monkey noises, like, nah.
Thankfully nobody made monkey noises.
Oh man, I would have ruined that LARP, and I would have not felt sorry about it, but I would have lost like at least 10 friends. Like, I feel like I would have lost a lot of friends, because I would have been like, oh, I have to be an animal? Oh, meow, please, meow, give me some meow milk. Oh, please.
I will say, the people who came to that LARP were probably not much more on board with it than you would have been. There was a lot of drama, and I'll have to like calculate how much of it I can get away talking about, because like people could possibly pin down like the names of some of the people involved who I'd be shit talking.
Yeah.
You know what? But like, okay, so the one thing I will say is that I actually quite enjoyed that one. Not in the sense of like it was fun, but in the sense of like it was a very interesting and emotional experience.
Yeah, not for me. I probably actually, in my 30s, if that was happening, I would just fake some kind of illness and leave. In my 20s, I would have been just a complete righteous asshole. But now that I'm in my 30s, I'd be like, oh gosh, I had too many taquitos today. Oh, I gotta get out of here. Sorry.
I mean, I will say that actually the one nice thing about that game and that group was that like you would not have had to have done that. Like,
oh, that's nice.
They're very good. Like, okay, any LARP that isn't just like complete fucking Mickey Mouse these days has very strong systems in place to let people get out when they're not having fun anymore.
I would have just heard the premise and been like, not for me, I'm gonna go watch Iron Man 3, I'll see you guys later.
And everybody went like, yeah, great. I mean, bad choice of movie, but otherwise, no, absolutely.
First of all. And then it would just keep going, and then they'd have a trial about whether or not I should, like, get my head chopped off because I like Iron Man 3.
Should we execute Bubbles for watching Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3 is better than Iron Man 2.
not even the villain.
Going.
So, one of the cool things we can do in the Mage's Tower is find a bunch of instructions for things that we really shouldn't be doing, and do a bunch of unsafe stuff.
Ooh, unsafe stuff!
Like, summon stuff in a library that's been, like, half destroyed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that did.
Read those books they told us not to read. Those idiots. I'm reading the books.
And I'm off.
I talked about like the guy like was running LARPs for a while in our area that like we ended up kind of in a feud with.
No, what was that like?
Alright, so I'm not gonna name any but the names involved here, but basically like there's not surprisingly weak like West Coast LARP scene in terms of like art LARPs, I guess. I don't know, like Scandinavian LARPs, like LARPs that are like sort of structured in with like, mechanics.
Okay. I gotcha.
That are more about like kind of experiential or emotional stuff.
Gotcha.
Oh, we can't do exercise 3. We gotta alert the senior magi.
There was like kind of some people who are like, because like the people who are most into that in like the major cities in the U.S. are people who actually like will go to like Scandinavia countries like a few times, like go to like Nordic countries once a year, a few times a year to like see what they're doing over there, because like it's kind of where all of the innovation's happening.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's still the case. That was the case like a few years ago. But so like we had like a hookup who was there, and like there was like a north, like a NorCal, like there were some chapters like around San Francisco doing some stuff, and basically I was part of a basically failed effort to bring that kind of heat to like the Los Angeles County area, like create kind of an equivalent down there in sort of that whole region, and went poorly because of someone who was involved with it, and that person like kind of intimidating and like would put people off.
Yes.
And it'll quickly become clear why I'm becoming so vague about this person, where like that person is into it and also had some like very strident opinions, and also just like was kind of intense and brought games that weren't really like appropriate for like the people playing them. And he had like it was the sort of thing where I met this person, didn't like them, and I thought that was weird because I usually like don't have a dislike of people that I've just met, especially if they're like somebody I'm mildly intimidated by, like their connections. To be clear, this person didn't do anything like creepy or anything like that. It was just like kind of an unpleasant.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens.
But like none of us could really like say, okay, like this person, like we're not gonna like associate with them anymore. It's just like, you know, mild dislike. And at some point they're like, all right, so here's what we're gonna do. We really need to like ramp up some people, because honestly a lot of people who are showing up to these like weird like war trial LARPs don't really know anything about LARPing, and we're just kind of hoping for like an easy intro on ramp, and this is just like not really the right place to start. So we're gonna start like a new LARP that's cozier. It was called like kind of like comfy LARPs, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And the important thing about it is that it can't have this person in it. So we're gonna like, so basically they're like, hey, just to clear, we don't want to like, you know, step on any toes or anything. We just want to make it clear, 100% clear what we're doing. We are gonna start this parallel LARP group, and we would prefer if you did not participate in this group, because we're trying to ramp people up, and like we don't want like. And this person then threatened to sue us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. I totally believe that, 100%.
They threatened to sue us for defamation of character.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, we didn't make any, like, kind of allegations of any
You just were like, I don't want to hang out. That is, like, the most fucked up thing. I mean, you had to do what you had to do. But when I was in middle school, I was not very cool, and my friends decided I wasn't cool enough, so they sat me down and were like, hey, so you're not cool, you can't be in our friend group anymore, so see ya. And that will stay with me the rest of my life.
I would imagine. That's fucking horrible.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna overhaul my entire personality, here I go. And that's how Mumbles was born.
Yeah, I want to make it clear, like, this person had more clout than we did. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you know, they were trying to hang out with the cool kids, and we were like, nah. It's like, theoretically, this person was the cool kids, and we're like, hey, we don't necessarily need to hang out with the cool kids anymore, and they're like, no!
I'm surprised that you were so, like, direct about it. I would have found a more passive-aggressive way to handle that, to be honest.
I wasn't there for this conversation, but when I heard about it, I just felt so vindicated.
What the fuck was that?
It's like, do you ever, like, have that negative feeling about that person, then they do some bullshit, and you're like, yes!
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's really hard to be on the receiving end of that shit.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Especially if you have an ego or you're kind of an unpleasant person, I can see how that would turn into, I'm gonna sue you!
So there's a fourth one of these, I think, but I can't remember how to get it. I don't know if chat remembers. We could summon another thing to murder or something.
There's like Templars being stabbed by like magic bullets and shit, and you're just like, where's that last spirit thing I wasn't supposed to touch? It's on this floor? Maybe.
Alright, let's go upstairs. Maybe we'll find it.
Owain's room is near here. I hope he's all right.
Oh yeah, the tranquil guy.
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been able to get it into a state fit to be seen. Yes, it is I.
Oh no,
Owain.
tranquil guy, save him.
I was
Save
trying
him.
to tidy
He seems
up
to be
what
doing
there was
all right.
little I could do.
Save him.
The stockroom is my responsibility. I must keep it clean. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out.
So I like how the barrier is
Oh, Wayne, you should have said something. I would
like
open the door
transparent, right?
Stockroom
So
is
he walks down there to the barrier that they had up. Nobody notices him, and he just leaves.
I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all. I do not know.
We met Niall.
But he
You
came
remember
here with several
Niall,
others
right?
and took the litany of
Niall,
us all.
yeah, that guy.
But that protects from mind domination. Is blood magic at work here?
No, this is all just normal
Niall
magic
was
that
in
went
the
bad.
meeting. He would know. Blood magic. I was afraid of this.
That shit happens.
We should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
I mean, you know, yeah, we'll definitely... Nothing to worry about there. We are not going to screw this up a second time. So that door is locked or inaccessible. Oh, so these are just normal mages that are hostile for some reason. Ah! Alright, so that was 2 fireballs.
Fireball! Fireball!
Note to self, don't get in the middle of a mage high noon.
Ow. Alright, well, I'm sure we'll be able to handle this. Why did you all run in here? Alright. We're gonna put an earthquake here. These guys just keep healing. It sucks. Alright, that one's dead. Where is Alistair going? Alistair tripped. Come on. Oh, wait, right. I can revive people with Wynn's ability there. Alright, we're back in the game. Oh, that was electricity. Okay, they're all dead. Yeah, with that didn't go well.
Please, please don't kill me.
You just killed one of us. What?
Tell me why I should spare your life.
Every time we play like a boring Bioware game, I have like a million ideas an episode for like better ones.
Okay.
I really want to write a role-playing game where every NPC you meet says, "Please don't kill me," as the first things out of
The first thing they say? Ooh. Where do you want it to take place? High fantasy or sci-fi?
Sci-fi. Like a broken down space station.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Jimmy, don't spoil the future here. We've only been on this quest line for like 3 streams already. It can't possibly go on for more.
Enough crimes. You'll die for your self-pity.
It gave me the power to fight for what I believed.
Fighting for
The
what you
magic
believe
was a
is
means to the end. Oh boy, I hope I don't hear
inevitable
that again in the next 2 games.
You don't really believe that, do you, Wynn? Change rarely comes peacefully.
Wynn is dead by Inquisition,
Andraste
right?
waged war on the Imperium.
Let's
write
find
them a
out.
strongly worded
I think she
letter.
just like
She
she
reshaped civilization,
dies
freed the
of
slaves, and gave us the
well,
chance.
there's aspects of her
But
character we
people
haven't really
died
gotten
for
to yet, but like
We thought Someone
basically kind of dies of old age, sort of.
I'm looking.
No matter the cost.
Nothing is worth what you've done to this place.
He does not appear in Dragon Age Inquisition. I'll say that one for me.
Doomed to die at the hands of those who seek to right our wrongs. What else can I do? I'm trapped here.
Wow, the writers really did like writers Cheryl Chee and Mary Kirby joke that Wynn has a magical bosom. Oh, it's actually canon.
Oh, do you guys want to be spoiled about what happens to her?
What happens?
When Aveline was killed in a duel with Lord Seeker Lambert, Wynn transfers her spirit into Aveline to revive her, sacrificing her own life as the spirit was all that sustained her.
Is that how you say her name?
Aveline? That's what I thought. Isn't it Aveline?
It's Aveline.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like it's spelled Evangeline, but I guess it's probably Aveline, huh?
I only know from just remembering how it was said out loud, I think.
Listen, I've seen that name 1,000 times, and it's like slowly dawning on me that maybe that name is just always Aveline, and never Evangeline.
Ooh, Aveline. Yeah, I don't know.
How do we feel about this blood mage who is begging for her life?
Murder her.
You die with
1,000
dignity.
years.
I'm sorry,
No,
but I
I
do
don't
not
care.
know what I can do for you, or I will spare you, but I will not help you escape.
I don't know. What was she doing before with her blood magic?
So Uldred basically said, hey, we can, throw off the Templars, and Logain has pledged to help us if we do that. And they got into a big fight, and then, the blood magic went wrong, and the abominations started happening. And then I guess they were chilling here until they tried to kill us with a fireball.
Okay. That seems pretty bad.
As these things go.
That seems pretty bad. That seems not good. I think we should murder her.
Alright, you can die with dignity.
No, please.
Took a little while for us to think about that, huh? A cache. It has a shock bomb. Why are shock bombs legal? Ancient texts. Scroll of Banastor. New quest. No, not a quest. An entry. To align with the power of the Fade. I don't know if that's... I don't know what that has to do with anything.
The tower was here long before the circle. It was always
Evangeline.
unlikely
It's not
that
our
we were the
Aveline from Dragon Age 2. It's a different one.
How do you
Hold
say
on.
Evangeline?
I don't know. Oh, fucking.
Let's just compromise and call her Evangelion.
Yeah, that's a great one. And it's not the same lady from Dragon Age 2, though. It's a different lady.
Okay, apparently.
Yeah, Aveline Valen is from Dragon Age 2, who's the, she's a cop.
Right.
Evangeline is this character you never meet in the games, who's a knight captain of the Templars and the White Spire. Okay.
So Wynn dies off screen helping a character that
In a
never
comic book, I
appears in a
think.
comic
Yeah.
book. All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys that I only found out like a few years ago that there's an actual piece of media called, quote, The End of Evangelion.
You didn't know?
What? Okay.
Because people would be like talking about the end of Evangelion, the end of Evangelion, the end of Evangelion. I'm like, wow, Evangelion apparently had a really interesting ending. It's all I hear about.
No, it had a very strange ending, which everyone hated. So Hideki Anno said, all right, fuck you, I'll make a real ending, and made a movie that also everybody hated for different reasons.
Yes.
For him.
It's like the anime version of Mass Effect 3.
Like, the ending, like, the last 2 episodes of Neon Genesis Evangelion, the anime series, are these super abstract, like... The common joke is, like, you guys ran out of ink, didn't you? Like, they ran out of money and couldn't make normal episodes. So it's this very sort of, strange look into Shinji, the main character's mental state, without really resolving any of the actual plot stuff that was going on immediately prior to those episodes, which led everybody going like, what the fuck?
A serious question. Should I, like, watch Evangelion?
If you can watch the original dub, yeah, I wouldn't go for the Netflix dub. It's...
Original dub is in the original English dub? Or
yeah,
like,
the original English dub that...
Is it available with just, like, subtitles?
You could do the original Japanese dub, too, I guess, if you want to. The English dub is really funny.
I generally watch subtitles. I'm not weird about that. It's just what I tend to do.
Oh, look at this guy. Subs, not dubs.
I can't
yeah, we have to.
Universe where I would fight with anyone about this topic.
Oh
no,
my God.
it's you brought it up.
One of the biggest topics in anime. But
now,
okay.
now we have to argue about this for the next 4 hours.
Wonderful.
I think like the bottom line is like, does it actually matter? Like, I mean, obviously it matters, but like it matters in a way where like there's not a clear choice. Because obviously in the dub they're gonna make choices.
Wait, do you watch Cowboy Bebop subbed?
That's a great question. That was kind of what I was about to segue to. I watched Cowboy Bebop once recently, and I watched it with the subtitles. But then I also went back and I watched some scenes dubbed, and I'm like, this is really interesting.
Yeah,
it kind of changes the nature of the work to have it like with this colloquial performance.
I don't know. I feel like the dub version is so ingrained in me. Like I watched Cowboy Bebop when I was like 12. So like I can't imagine ever watching the sub version.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those anime that's like lots of people who even say, you know, subs are better than dubs are like, yeah, well, the Cowboy Bebop dub is an exception.
I would even say like some Miyazaki, like Kiki's Delivery Service. I think that's a really good dub version in my opinion.
Those demons didn't know
Watch
what
Howl's
they did
Moving
there.
Castle with the Christian Bale dub.
Mage of the Circle
It's
of
pretty
Forever.
good.
At your
They're not
service.
bad because it's made for big screen. It's made for the movies. So you get like Tina Fey and like Phil Hartman and like all these like, you know, actually like
Yeah, like
big
Patrick
actors.
Stewart was in one of them, wasn't he?
Yeah, not to say that like voice actors are bad, but like I don't know, it makes it feel more like a movie when you're like, oh, is that Kristen Dunst as a child? That's crazy.
I really enjoyed I did not play Yakuza 7 with the dub. I played it with the subtitles. But like I do enjoy a lot of the performances that people gave for like classic Yakuza characters with like being the dubs. I will actually say, somewhat controversial, I don't like Matthew Mercer's interpretation of the character that Matthew Mercer plays.
Huh. Okay.
Which they couldn't get the like there was like a voice actor that did that role before and they couldn't get that actor.
Well, we won't play Yakuza dubbed. We only play it subbed. We refuse to play it dubbed, even though it has Mark Hamill. Like I just
check something.
No. Like, so I really respected how somebody was like, "Hey, Mark Hamill, I really enjoyed your performance of Goro Majima, like back in the day." And he's like, "I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I don't recognize this character. I'm not even sure this was me."
Was he credited in the or the game credits?
Yeah, it was him. It was definitely
Oh
him.
my god, that's so funny.
He's like, I don't know, I don't recognize this. I don't remember this role. I deleted it from my brain immediately.
That's so funny.
I guess he
It
just
left
lives
no
there
impression
now.
on me. But thank you, I guess.
That's pretty funny because he like
What
really
now?
loves
I shall.
voice acting a lot, so it must have been kind of a whatever role for him.
Yeah, it's like, it's this shitty, like, PlayStation port
Right.
of a Japanese game, and it's like you're playing this weird gangster dude, and that was the last he heard of it. Like, that
Right.
game did not come out
I
to,
don't
like,
have any equipment on Win.
universal accolade and, like, mass critical recognition or anything.
No, totally. It's just had its own like resurgence.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
cool.
like-
We can give her an ugly cap.
Like,
Ugh.
the Yakuza franchise became popular in the United States long after anyone would have, like, even conceived of somehow going back and playing the original port.
Oh, for sure.
What are we running? Yeah.
No, Zero does not have dubs. It's just Like a Dragon and Judgment, which is the spin-off game that also takes place in the, like, Yakuza city and, like, kind of setting, and there are, like, enough really indirect references to the events of the games that it's clear that it's, like, the same timeline.
Oops.
But otherwise, it has no crossover whatsoever.
So the mages are fighting with the abominations while also being hostile to us. So we're just gonna fireball everybody.
Like, I did most, like, I didn't 100% or anything, but I did, like, I'd say most of the content in Judgment. And there's, like, I was obviously paying really close attention for any, like, reference to my favorite boys. And all I got was, like, a conversation between two construction workers obliquely referencing, like, some of the events of, like, 1 through 4, essentially.
I have a question.
I could do that for you.
Why do abominations explode when you kill them? It's really annoying.
They're
It's like,
abominable.
yeah, what's the word? They're like a bomb. They're like a bomb. It's like a bomb. You
Why
know?
did you make that pun instead of Rutskar?
I did make that fucking pun.
I just did it better. Am I right?
I said they're abominable, you goddamn Philistine.
Yeah, but you're sucked. My rocked.
Yeah, I have to side with Mumbles here. It wasn't obvious enough.
Going.
That's my thing. People are like, "Why did you stop?" People often ask me, like, "Why did you stop making puns so often?" I think I just want to say, "Oh, I kept making them. You haven't noticed? Haven't caught those?
My puns are too sophisticated for you.
Gross.
Try this again. Try again."
Am I hearing booze being created in the background?
No, I was the chick. I've just been drinking the same cider the entire time we've been playing.
Yeah, I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah.
I just have water. I'm so boring.
I would not be drinking coffee except that I got like 4 hours of sleep last night, so I need
Yeah.
to power through things.
Well, I had like this massive migraine all day, and so I took like a bunch of medicine, and I'm like, drinking at this point is a bad call.
Yeah.
Oh, I should check.
So these are some very old notes.
Sea of Thieves is now neck and neck with Team Fortress 2 for my top 2 most played games on Steam.
So we're gonna go and
Wild.
play some TF2 then,
Alright.
right? Gotta keep it balanced.
I keep getting, people are like, when are you gonna play TF2 again, Mumbles? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can still play games anymore.
And I'm off.
Like, I don't know. Tell you what. How's the Garbage Day server doing? Is still really active on Garbage Day? Are they? Is Garbage Day still thriving? It's like actual servers aren't. I'm like, oh really? Are they not? But I guess I don't give a shit because that Team Fortress 2, I just called it Garbage Day. Yeah, I got people on my Steam friends list who are still racking up achievements, evidently, but couldn't be me. I have not played it. I literally, it says last played June 29th, 2012.
Oh, man.
I'll be honest, 2012, that was probably kind of a special occasion then.
Whoa. I wonder if the last time you played is that time... it was that one map that's like a giant wooden tower, and I think we were on your server, Redscarn, and like we had brought all of our people over, and we were like messing with your server, and then you just came on for like a half second to like mess with us a little bit, and then you just left. That's what I remember.
Probably. Yep. By the way, Sea of Thieves, Team Fortress 2, 299 hours on record. Sea of Thieves, 300 hours on record.
Oh, now I have to
the chart.
Now I have to look.
I know, everybody has more hours in every game on Steam than I do. Yeah. 300.
Yeah, like I have like 1,000 hours in TF2.
Dude.
Like,
listen, Josh, I can't stress to you enough how much I have this conversation every time I discuss my Steam games with literally anybody. I'll be like chatting to some lady over at Mountain Mike's like in Lion, and I'll be like, "Oh, your grandkid's really cute." She's like, "That's actually my great-great-grandchildren." I'm like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh, did you just hit 300 hours? That's your top played game? Bitch, I've got 8,000 hours in Path of Exile."
Oh my god, dude. You said Mountain Mike's Pizza, and now I'm just like so upset because we don't have Mountain Mike's in Colorado, and I'm just I'm
wait,
so
that's
upset.
a real place?
Oh, Mountain Mike's Pizza is the best fucking pizza there is. It is all bread, tiny pepperonis, and just a smattering of cheese and
Just
sauce.
imagining.
It is fucking amazing.
Now I'm just imagining you like walking into a bakery and picking up a baguette and like, this is real pizza.
No, for real. Back me up on this, Redscarn.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's
I would
just
go as
bread.
far as to say it is the best chain pizza I've ever had.
God, it's so amazing. When I visit my parents, I'm like, where's my Mountain
Why did
Mike's?
that... Alright, so this is a Revenant. We fought one of these before. He does this annoying thing where he pulls us. And also, like, just hits everybody at once with his sword, which is great. I'm gonna try to pull people away and have Alistair
Steam
fight.
to see like what you've played the most of. Is there a way to do that?
I think.
Yeah, you go on you're like, so at the top is like your username, and then you click activity under that.
No.
And then you like, I think it defaults my activity. Yeah, my activity, and then like.
Okay, it would be really cool if you could
Or wait.
everyone.
That's not how you do it. I literally like just fucking got there accidentally while I was talking about something else, and now I can't find it.
No, dude.
Yeah. It's go into your profile, then like my activity or something. Wait, no shit. Okay.
Oh, I found
so
it.
you go into your
I found it. Go ahead and tell it. Say it so everybody else can find it.
You go into your profile, at the clicking at the top right, activity. Then on the right hand bar, there's games. You click that, and then you click from recently played all games. Oh, there's a tab for perfect games, and there's 4 shitty indie games in there. Man, there were games that I 100%ed, and then those stupid like dipshits added more achievements. I'm like, I'm not going back to see each game.
I actually fucking froze it.
Alright, so let's hear it.
Okay,
Your top game in hours.
Team Fortress 2 has 1,800 hours.
Son of a bitch.
1,800 hours.
You've literally spent 6 times longer playing that game than I've played any game on my Steam list, evidently.
Yeah, but I haven't played it in years. And then the next for me is Stardew Valley with 200 hours. So it's a huge drop off.
Yeah.
We would probably not be able to do this without Win here.
I
a good
was
thing-
like really like.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was getting kind of cocky because like we made Pirate Legend in 2 months, and I was talking to people who were like, "Wow, that took us years." Like this absolute mad person who managed to get Pirate Legend in.
Am I lagging out?
Which is like.
or-
Oh, he's lagging out.
Okay.
That's cool.
You back with us, Ruts?
Yeah, I guess. All right. Some absolute madman got Pirate Legend in 100 hours. No, sorry, 21 hours.
Is that fast?
Yeah, I don't. That means nothing to me.
I mean, I guess the context got cut out then here. We did it in 2 months, and everybody I talked to was like, "Oh wow, that's really fast."
We could
Maybe
be.
he just had a bunch of people who had played the game already, and they're like, "Let's go."
That seemed like I watched the video and I actually cut through it a lot, and it was kind of interesting because like, it's not really a boring way to make Pirate Legend in Sea of Thieves. It's not just like, oh, you sit here punching a bush like for 80 hours or whatever. Like, you have to play the game.
Yeah.
So like there was this cool thing where like they came up on a crew that had just like, there's like a cool quest that they added last year, like late in the year, called Vaults. And what it is you find a bunch of clues on islands that like lead you to more clues, and you have like a compass that like magically points to the location of the next buried clue. Eventually it puts together a map where you dig up like an idol, and you could use the idol, like you could plug it into a rock, and it'll open up this treasure vault where you have like 2 minutes to get as much treasure out of it as possible. Like maybe you can have somebody solving like a puzzle that'll like unlock an even nicer thing in it, and at the end of the 2 minutes the vault closes and anybody's inside drowns.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. Like it's actually like it's the new voyages they've added to that game are sweet. But anyway, the point is like they came across like a ship that was parked off an island that basically had done all the work to find the vault. And how it was 4 guys, and they left like 1 guy on watch, and then like 1 guy was outside like grabbing the chests and bringing them out into the tunnel, and the other 2 were like running around grabbing as much money as possible. There's like a bunch of piles of gold in there. So like one thing that people will do is they'll wait for the vault to close, and then they'll just grab the gold until they drown, because it like automatically goes into the party inventory.
Oh, okay.
And so what happened was like they took out the watchman, they sunk the ship so that it couldn't be used as a spawn point. And then like once the door shut with all the chests outside, the 2 people were inside like grabbing coins and drowning. They just like killed the guy who was like taking the chests out to load them onto the ship, grabbed all of the chests while the other 2 people are on the other side of like a locked door drowning, and sailed off. I'm like, damn.
Oh, wow.
Cold. Oh, that's some Law of the Sea shit right
I
there.
suppose that's too much to hope for.
Ah, Irving's journal. What does this say?
I just like one of the things that I like about Sea of Thieves is that I just clicked on a random moment of a speed run, and that was like the story I got. At least they've been doing an event called the Festival of Fishing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
People are just going around doing fishing, which means that we've had to kill so many people lately.
Aw.
Way more than usual.
Aw.
Because normally it's like, oh, there's another player, let's sell the other side. Now it's like we're sitting on a fishing spot, like, because we need to get these wrecker fish that only appear at shipwrecks. So we find a shipwreck and we're fishing off of it, and then suddenly this other ship comes in, like starts firing chain shot on us to chase us off, and I'm like, I'll handle this. So like, while my partner like takes up the anchor, I just like jump into the water, swim over to their ship, like climb up the ladder and like slit their throats and burn their ship down. It's like, this is our fishing spot. Find your own.
Yikes.
Oh, it's not in the right spot.
Normally it's like, all right, it's another player, let's just let them have it. But like, no, this is our spot. We need to fish here. That's the fishing.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I believe all the people who are part of this mage rebellion that Uldred did are like from the libertarian thing. So the libertarians ruined everything.
Oh yeah, man, they really dropped this in the other games.
Yeah. Also, Irving apparently relied on Uldred to expose blood mages, which, given Uldred is a blood mage,
no. Oh, that's a mistake.
Oh, a black grimoire. We're gonna steal a black grimoire from Irving's office and give it to Morrigan.
Time for me to do some blood magic with my grimoire.
So did we get anything that explained the other summoning thing?
I don't know.
No.
I don't like this place. I feel like I'm being watched.
Yes, you're on Twitch.
He's on Twitch?
Liliana said, I don't like this place. I feel like I'm being watched. And I was like, yes, you're on Twitch.
And she's like, oh, fuck this. And she just leaves the party immediately.
Wait, what's over here? Oh. Books. We can't get past the bookcase.
So
oh,
who's gonna
man.
have the courage to make a game which automatically knows if, like, it's being streamed, so that all the characters in the game just, like, start turning towards the screen and making cringe-inducing Twitch references?
Oh, God.
Like, try to get people, like...
Do not put that in the universe, Redscarn.
Like, normally it's like, you defeated them, that was amazing. If, like, it detects that there's, like, a Twitch, like a Bandicam, like, to Twitch, it's just like, well, you beat them, that was so poggers.
Well, did you see the thing I posted about Undertale on Twitter?
Like, was that Toby Fox?
Well, no, so, like, if you do the No Mercy run, genocide run, where you kill everybody, there's a part where the flower is like, you're pretty sick, but the only people who's sick are people who watching this right now. And I just remember getting like full body chill because I couldn't do it, so I watched it on YouTube to see what it was like, and I was like, oh fuck this, and I immediately just exited out of it. I was like, oh no, the flower knows.
Did you see that old like Toby Fox tweet? Like from before Sans actually came, like before Sans.
Oh yeah, he's like, I feel bad for anyone who has a crush on any of my characters. like Papyrus or Sans, like, oh come on.
Yeah, he's like, I think the game hadn't even come out yet. He's like, I feel bad for anyone who's gonna like ship these characters.
Oh jeez.
It just occurred to me that somebody's probably gonna ship these characters. Like, there's gonna be Sans and Papyrus shippers.
Oh god.
And it's like, yes. Yes, like, oh yes.
Whoa, jeez. I did not notice there was a spellcaster over there.
Oh, he's hiding. Who, me?
We're coming up on time in like 7 minutes here.
Yeah.
Are we not even gonna get to the fade?
Dude,
no.
This is Dragon Age, baby. We're never getting to the fade.
I have to roll out like the role-playing portion of this show a little earlier.
Shit.
Well, no one could say that we aren't chilling in this Dragon Age and Chill series. We did not say it was Dragon Age and Speedrun.
No, we did not.
I mean...
We're gonna be doing the stream forever.
Oh boy. Oh man. Hang on. Wait. Can we get a redo? No, wait. Ah, fuck.
Okay, that's enough.
I just looked it up. You guys want to know what the speedrun time for Dragon Age Origins is?
Yes.
3 hours?
4 minutes.
4 minutes?
24 minutes.
Oh, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck?
24 minutes. Did they use like glitches and good stuff like that?
I'm looking into it a little bit, and the answer seems to be extremely.
I
Basically,
feel like...
you can just play the start and the end of it by going out of bounds.
What? Oh my god. That sounds
I want to
amazing.
see that.
Ideal way of
now.
experiencing Dragon Age Origins, TBH.
Oh my god.
Alright, there's another one that's like all treat. So there's another one that's max quests, and that one's 5 hours.
Okay. I'm more impressed by people who like find holes in it without like using any kind of console commands.
Yeah, I just want to say that the person who did the any percent is like first place is like a coward idiot, and the person who did the all treat is max quest. That person's a fucking hero. Oh, it's the same person.
Yeah, have you seen like original release Dark Souls 2 speedruns where there was a thing where if you like took out the binoculars and then rolled while you were putting them away, it would like you would be basically no clipping and you could just like clip through the whole map.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
So are we done now? Is that it?
Yeah,
We've only
we're
really
done.
been going for about an hour and a half.
Oh, well, that is technically true, but I gotta do some shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Got a headache.
Next time we'll get to the fade, but will we get out of the fade?
Join us on Spoiler Warning Gets Faded.
Oh wait, how do I
All right,
stop the
guys,
stream?
touch
I gotta
later.
stop the stream.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Josh.